Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans. Through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress, I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. Today, we are talking about Mark Murphy, okay? Mark Murphy's hard goals research shows that the goals most worth pursuing are heartfelt, animated, required, and difficult. That's the acronym for hard, okay? And Goal Accomplishment Made Easy was built exactly for those goals, okay? So, Mark Murphy's research on what he calls hard goals challenges one of the most persistent pieces of conventional wisdom in goal setting, and that is safe, achievable, realistic goals are the most motivating, right? His research found the opposite, that the goals most likely to produce significant results were the ones that were deeply personal, vividly imagined, genuinely necessary, and difficult enough to require real effort. The HARD acronym, which is heartfelt, animated, required, and difficult, is not a mnemonic device, right? It is a description of the four qualities that Murphy's research identified as predictive of goal accomplishment. Heartfelt means the goal is connected to something that genuinely matters to you, not something that you think that you should want, but something you actually do. Animated means you can vividly imagine what accomplishing it looks like and feels like. Required means you have attached real consequences to pursuing it, something that creates genuine urgency. And difficult means the goal is challenging enough to require your best effort and to produce real growth in the process of pursuing it. Okay. Murphy's work is a push against the watered down goal setting that produces low stakes commitments nobody is particularly invested in. Okay. Hard goals, literally, are the ones that change something significant when they are accomplished. They are also the ones that most need the strongest system behind them because their difficulty level is real. Their timelines are long, and the gap between the commitment and the outcome is wide enough that significant things can go wrong along the way. Okay, so here is what hard goals require in practice. Okay, a goal that is like genuinely difficult and genuinely necessary and genuinely heartfelt deserves a system that matches those qualities. Okay. A system built for easy goals like habit trackers, simple to do lists, motivational check ins is not adequate for a goal that is going to take months of serious effort and that has real consequences if it doesn't get accomplished. Hard goals need a real plan built from real constraints, not optimistic assumptions. They need risk tracking that catches problems early enough to do something about them. They need accountability that runs automatically rather than depending on the person being motivated enough to initiate it in the weeks when motivation is the hardest to find. They need a coach that knows the full context of the goal and can answer specific questions based on the actual situation rather than offering generic encouragement. God, I hate that shit. When people offer you generic encouragement or generic advice, or you do some kind of like spiritual work and they tell you, like, maybe you lost a client or something, and they're like, oh, you're having money problems because there's a leak or there's this and that. Like, if it's general enough, it could be true. I'm just like, girl, if you don't get out of here. So we don't need that. We do not need generic. We need very specific to our situation, and we need solutions very specific to our situation. So use goal accomplishment made easy for your hard goals. And this is why. Goal accomplishment made easy was built by me, MBA, which I just got, and my DBA, which I just got. Not just, but you know what I mean. Um, Harvard certified business strategist specializing in strategy execution. I am a PMP, which is project management professional, Six Sigma black belt, and a fractional COO for over 13 years. Okay. I built this for exactly the goals that Murphy describes. Okay. Goal accomplishment made easy is what tells you what to do when you need a plan. Most people are visionary. Most people know exactly what they want, but they don't know how to get there. I've always been the kind of person who had to break down the steps on how to get there. And so that's what goal accomplishment made easy is. You tell goal accomplishment made easy what you want to accomplish, when you want it done, and how many hours a week you have to work on it. And it turns that into a complete step-by-step plan broken into phases, milestones, and exact tasks you should be working on this week. I give you a risk score that tracks 5 categories that specifically threaten difficult long timeline goals, which are deadline compression, missed milestones, scope expansion, dependency delays, and capacity drops. For a genuinely difficult goal being pursued over months and maybe years, these risks are not hypothetical, okay? They will emerge. If you worked on anything that took some time, you know shit happens. Regardless of how type A or how like prepared you are, life still finds a way to do something that is out of your control. And this is what helps you plan around that. Okay. So something in those 5 categories is going to happen. And knowing when they are actually happening rather than discovering them at the deadline is what gives a hard goal its best chance. Okay. I put a goal coach inside of the platform and it knows the full context of your goal, the original plan, the check in history, the current risk score, milestones accomplished and not yet accomplished. So when you ask it what to do next, it answers based on your specific situation. For the complex and multifaceted goals that the hard framework produces, that specificity matters enormously. Okay. I added a accountability partner feature that makes the required quality of a hard goal external. You choose someone whose opinion of your follow through matters. They receive automatic notifications at every check in, at every milestone for a goal that is genuinely necessary, where the consequences of not accomplishing it are real. Having someone who is automatically kept current on whether you're following through changes the texture of the commitment. Okay. So I say pursue hard goals with Murphy's framework and then give them the setup they deserve with goal accomplishment made easy. I think that Mark Murphy's research identifies the goals worth everything they require, right? And goal accomplishment made easy provides a system that gives those goals their best chance, which is a real plan, continuous risk tracking, automatic accountability, and a goal coach that knows your full situation. Okay, so try Goal Accomplishment Made Easy at app.goalaccomplishment.com or download in the App Store and Google Play Store, and I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.